Mr. Alaska.
DJ.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, baby?
Hey, so look, what you doing?
Huh?
What was that?
Nah, man, just getting loose. Just getting loose for the game. You know
Getting loose for the game? That looked like a golf swing. You got invited to the MJ golf tournament, didn't you?
No.
No, yes, you did. Don't lie to me.
No, man. Y'all,
Don't lie to me. Bro, where is it?
This was more like a dribble. Let me see your swing. Let me see your swing.
Dude, you got to tell MJ, man.
Hey, man, I'm going to see you after the game.
Hey.
All right, bro.
About the...
The skyline of Orlando is seen here during a gorgeous sunset. Quite a backdrop for our broadcast tonight. We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. For the Brooklyn Nets, they come into tonight's game after losing to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough when you've been kind of put back on your heels and you're trying to protect the lead. And then in this case, you lose it. And that's one that they definitely should have won.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Now, we know the NBA is a tight-knit fraternity, and DJ has established himself among the other players. He's become...
Thanks as always, David. And, Greg, you figure personality like DJ's would be welcomed by the rest of the players in the NBA.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. And bucking the fast-paced trend, both teams tonight like to score out of their half-court sets. Doris, what are some of the keys to being successful with that approach?
Well, there's a few things, Kev. You've got to have great floor spacing. The ball has got to move, and players have got to move. It's got to be an equal opportunity offense.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Carroll and Booker are your small and power forwards. Russell and LeVert in the backcourt. And it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Carroll. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Ross kicks to Fournier. That one's not going to go. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, that second unit was fantastic in the last meeting. They infused a ton of energy and, somewhat surprisingly, a lot of points production.
And that one falls for Carroll.
Well, don't you love the nickname, the Junkyard Dog, DeMarre Carroll? This guy has established himself over the last handful of seasons as a starting caliber forward.
Now, here's DJ. Coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Kicks to Fournier. Pass to DJ. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Boy, Kev, that's a tough attempt with a guy draped all over him, but DJ gets it to go and will get the +1.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw good, DJ. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's LeVert. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stolen by Allen. Here's Lin. Here's Booker. And another shot over Gordon. Again, the miss by Booker. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Tries from 10, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
There's the pick. Carroll passes to Lin. Allen, a screen on Payton. Lin kicks to Carroll. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. Carroll's got 5.
Boy, some long-distance damage being done by Damari Carroll. Evidence of the work he's put in that perimeter shooting.
And it's DJ missing.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Outside, Lynn. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Elfrid Payton.
Well, it seems like it's been a while since the breakthrough of Lynn's sanity, but Jeremy Lin is still breaking down walls for Asian and Asian American athletes. This guy has shattered stereotypes and inspired many to follow in his path.
And Doris, Jeremy Lin has been honest. In the past, he says that some have doubted him.
And I think that's always been the case for Jeremy Lin. Go back to his high school days. For Palo Alto High School, he wins a California state title. He's first-team All-State, and yet he did not have a ton of Division I scholarship offers. It's surprising when you think about the level of competition he faced as a young basketball player.
So it's Brooklyn now, following the miss by DJ. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for DJ. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Ross is the 3 with Gordon at the 4. Fournier out there with Wells, and it's DJ in at the 5 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando.
I'll tell you, he's got a good grasp of low post offense. DJ doing work in the interior.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Suns was a driven man. He ended with 28 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. His strong performance was a high note in what has been a disappointing season for this team. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, you do wonder, though, Greg, does he still have some of the adrenaline going from that performance? No matter how tired he is, he should have plenty of energy coming off that.
It doesn't go in. He's 3 for 9 now and frustrated.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Screened by Russell. Launches a 3, and the Nets another 3.
Yeah, and we're going to be watching this for the next decade or more. Russell savage from deep.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and, of course, KG. But unfortunately, all past their primes. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
And the dunk by Wells.
And Wells covers a lot of ground quickly. Phenomenal at running in transition and then capitalizing with ease.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's the screen. Russell kicks to Carroll. Misses the 3. The Magic trail by 6. Fournier dishes to DJ. The steal. Here's Kilpatrick. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made. A minute 42 left now here in the second. DJ with it, working on Booker, and he makes good on the layup. And that's 10 points for DJ.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Nets leading by 6. Now Russell. 23 points for him the last game against Cleveland. It's hauled in by Gordon. And here we go. Fast break. DJ's got it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
DJ not allowing the defense to dictate the action. Instead, he goes on the attack, drives the lane, and forces the foul.
He's made 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. The first one falls.
And since Dwight Howard back in 2012, the rebuild effort just has languished here in Orlando, unable really to draft any superstar talent. And last season, trades for veteran talent didn't really move the needle either.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Terrence Ross, and it's Payton in for Wells. And both free throws good for DJ. And Greg, when you look at the Magic, do you see a plan or a roadmap here?
Well, you look at that trade for Serge Ibaka going into last season, and that was probably a sign that ownership was growing impatient. They wanted to cash in their chips and really go for it. And now they might need a rebuild from that rebuild.
You're right. Here's Booker. Another shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Trevor Booker is a workhorse. This is a guy who will get multiple possessions for his team by his willingness to hit the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Brooklyn leading by 4. Now here's Lynn. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. Booker with the screen for Carroll. And there's the feed to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 6.
Very difficult to stop Trevor Booker when he's this close to the rim. He's got terrific touch.
And here's the fast break. Lynn the pass to Carroll. Payton against Lynn. 6 to shoot. Great D that time from Payton.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Nick. Are you guys executing the game plan the way you want?
I think mainly on offense, we're finding open looks and we're knocking them down. So just got to keep doing that. I think on defense, and then we're doing a pretty good job. But I think we've been playing pretty well so far.
Okay, we'll see if you can keep that going. Thanks, Nick. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. DJ really making a difference here.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Well, he made them pay down there. Uses his size and body well to score close to the bucket.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. Trevor Booker is out there with Allen, and it's Russell in at the point. Doris, back in college, you earned a master's in education. How close were you to pursuing that path versus veering into becoming an analyst for basketball games?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, I always felt like I would be a high school teacher and a basketball coach, and someday maybe I'll coach a boys' high school basketball team. Very close, Kevin. I happened into broadcasting. I left coaching at Providence College. They put their women's basketball games on radio, and that was my entree into the business, and slowly but surely it grew every year.
But still educating still, right? I mean, don't you feel there's a part of education to being an analyst?
Oh, there's no question about it. You are trying to help that viewer to be as close to the action as we are fortunate enough to be, and sure, just describing what's going on. It's a lot of fun.
You are a PhD in broadcasting. The second chance effort, and it's good on the way in. Russell's got 7.
And this is why you like size in the backcourt. Russell taking the hit, yet still able to finish.
They get it again. Gordon somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And here's Russell. He's got 7. The pass to LeVert. There's the pick. It's hauled in by the Magic. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Right, you could tell they were in a groove all night. They looked comfortable, they didn't rush. It was gorgeous execution.
It's taken away by Payton. To the paint for the lead. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
I think part of what makes DJ special, guys, is his commitment to the game, right? He wants to be the best player he can.
Orlando shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And that one misses. Orlando making some changes. Vucevic checked in for Aaron Gordon. And Simmons subbed in for Fournier.
Look, guys, you think back to 2013 when the Nets pushed all their chips in for a title. When that collapsed, they had to embrace Plan B. So what do? They go into the Spurs organization, hire from that brain trust, and now are trying to build from the ground up.
Here's Kilpatrick. Vucevic with the block. The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good. Brooklyn leading by 3. Fournier and Ross, they're the wings. EJ out there with Gordon, and it's Wells in at the 1 spot. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Russell, and it's Carroll in the corner. Clock at 6, and the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. And the Magic making a change here. Payton's checked in. Lynn with it. There's Russell with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Russell's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Nets. And Coach Atkinson never played in the NBA, but a long professional playing career.
Well, he played for over a decade in Europe. And certainly, Kev, there's more than one way to succeed in basketball. And now he's gaining a reputation as being a solid NBA coach early in his career. I can't wait to see what's next.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
It's deflected.
Gentlemen, DJ diving into the classics, knocking twice on the pipes on that rejection.
Here's Gordon, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Free throw good, Gordon. Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. And both free throws good for Gordon. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Here's Russell. They set the pick. Booker outside. Right side, Lynn. The dish to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from DJ.
Boy, Kev, what terrific rhythm to DJ's game tonight. Nothing rushed, nothing forced, a smooth, efficient performance.
Here's Booker. Orlando grabs the miss.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And Fournier kicks to DJ. Ross dishes to DJ. Magic moving the ball around. That ties the game. And 11 points for Aaron Gordon.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
I'll tell you, that's the killer instinct you need to have. You love the attacking mentality near the cup.
Brooklyn's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Russell kicks to Lynn. Back to Russell. Over Payton. And it's Russell missing. The Magic have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now here's DJ. He's tightly guarded. Count it. DJ's got 20 points.
Oh, that'll give him a huge lift. DJ taking it upon himself to make sure they get something out of that possession.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. DJ really making a difference here.
Well, he has got to be the only thing they're discussing in this huddle because the approach they've used on him has been a disaster. Changes need to be made. I don't know if it's a double team, switching matchups, but something's got to be done.
The Nets making a switch here. LeVert's checked in. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, the leadership skills on display there. Getting it done when it matters most. D'Angelo Russell.
Gordon kicks to Fournier. Dishes it to Ross. Feeds to DJ. Kicks it out to Gordon. Passes it to Ross. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's LeVert. He's guarded by Fournier. Carroll against Gordon. Back to Russell. That three off the mark. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Count it. Good. DJ's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
That is a game changer. How great to have a player like DJ with so much confidence in a critical spot.
Screen by Russell. They set the screen. Allen, a screen on Payton. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. Shoots a fader. Fournier pulls it down. He kicks to DJ. Payton outside to take the lead. The shot comes out, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Carroll with a screen on Fournier. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
I love the tenacity right now. Definitely on the prowl, looking for every opportunity to make a steal. The other team has got to be sharp.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Got a piece of it and stolen by DJ. Russell against Payton. Pass to Fournier. DJ dishes to Fournier. Lets it go from 11. Missed. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Extra time just about to get started here with the jump ball coming up.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
And it's going to be the Magic off the tip. So for the Magic, DJ comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And it's Ross in for Isaac. And then for Brooklyn, Hollis Jefferson comes in for Booker. And it's Jeremy Lin in for LeVert. There's the screen. Now Lynn. Now here's Crabb. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. And the Nets lead by 8.
Well, how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Some changes for Brooklyn. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Damari Carroll comes in for Crabb, and it's LeVert in for D'Angelo Russell.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip, drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap. How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Payton passes to Fournier. He feeds it to DJ. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, a little bounce in his step on that possession. DJ driving to the cup and playing with purpose.
Lynn softly drops in the floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
And it's Orlando's ball. To the paint, here's Ross. Count it!
Boy, you talk about killer instinct from Terrence Ross. What a huge bucket.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Get on in, come on!
And here is Lynn. Allen. Booker outside. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
He gets the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, I think you have to like the skill set of Trevor Booker. This is a guy who knows his role well and plays within himself. He's shown himself to be a capable big guy.
Sinks it.
Well, mouse in the house. He recognizes the size advantage and goes right to the rim. Good aggressive play.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're up by 3. 5 seconds left in the second overtime period, and here we are. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Jeremy Lin is an aggressive player, Kevin, someone who will make things happen. I like how aggressive he is. He sets a tone with that aggression.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. A double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Hey, great game, DJ.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, man. That's what you say? We lost.
Yeah, but I was...
Yeah, no buts. You had a good game, fine, but we lost. So you still lost. Your stat line tonight was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was, but we lost. Which means I lost, which means you lost. Hey, I'm all about the stats. I mean, I watch my own clips on YouTube, but I do that at home. When you're here, it's what happens with us, not you.
wrong with him?
You mad? Great game, though.
Even if I did know where he was, good evening, DJ, I would never give you that information.
What up, Towns?
What's up, man?
Took you long enough? What is that?
Oh, that?
Yeah.
I felt bad the other day. I'm always telling you no, so there you go. There's a yes.
Oh, okay. Is DJ the best?
No, it's me. So obviously, I'm the best.
I know, but I was asking.
No, you know what? Let's go prove it. Come on. Let's go to the court. Get some shots up. You need work anyway.
All right.
Saw your jump shot in your
It's
game
a little
last game.
weird that you just brought me a bobblehead of you.
The third thing that I have for you, along with setting the table, is you gotta be able to control the tempo. The great point guards in today's game, such as Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, Chris Paul, they're not only great at...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the Jet, Kenny Smith.
Let's head out here to shoot around, Rook.
Let's do it. You got all the lint off your pants?
Oh, yes, sir. Just got to make sure I look presentable. You know.
I see.
Boo-boo. Word? You read, dog?
Hey, leave Boo Boo alone, man. What you reading, Boo
I
Boo?
didn't know he could read.
Looking at the classifieds.
What are the classifieds?
Man, you know what the classifieds are. They're job postings. I'm gonna have to find a seasonal gig during the off season. No playoffs means Boo Boo has to find other work to pay his bills.
Man, I guess that makes sense.
Did you
though.
clean out your locker yet?
No, I didn't get it.
I told you anything you leave in that locker, Boo Boo. He's throwing it out.
Hey, man, clean your locker out.
Man.
Right in the kisser, boy.
You gotta...
Look, don't worry about old Boo Boo, okay? I'll be fine. You guys go out there and have a good game, okay?
Keep your head up, man.
Appreciate it.
The job hunt gonna be all right. You gonna find
Appreciate
something, all right?
Hey, keep your head up, Boo Boo.
I believe it.
Hey, Sham, I feel a little bad, bro. Man, I feel really bad, like, that we didn't make the playoffs, but even worse, that he don't have a job.
Guess what, man? Just take it in, all right? You can feel bad now, but let's go into this next season fueled so this never happens again.
Yeah, bet.
I like Boo Boo, man.
Yeah.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. David, what do you have to say?
Well, fellas, this season's series has not gone in their favor so far, and he was at a loss to explain the 1-2 record against them. He said, we've just come out so flat against them in those two losses. For whatever reason, we haven't had the energy we have against other teams. Let's see if they're properly motivated today, guys.
Thank you, David. And here in the final leg of the season, Chris, you can just see how hard these teams are pushing and how the season has taken its toll. I think it's very evident.
That's what you have to like about sports, is that at the end of the year, whoever win that championship, they deserve it because everybody's going to be banged up. Everybody's going to have their little dings and be, kind of hurt. No one is going to be 100% at the end of the season. And so right now, we're watching them definitely grind it out.
So you always have respect for the champion because you know just what they've had to go through. No season is perfect and no team is perfect.
Yes, I always have respect for the champions. Think of all the things we talked about, those 7-game road trips, how many is 82 games during the season, the fact that players get injured, the fact that players get traded. There's so much that goes on at the end of the year that whoever is left standing had to go through so much. You have to respect the victors.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Mirotić at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. D-Wade out there with Grant, and it's Pondexter in at the small forward position. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Gordon kicks to DJ. Lopez with the block. Grant against Payton. Lopez, a screen on Payton. Mirotić, the screen. Pondexter kicks to Wade. 5 on the clock. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
Now look, I like seeing Wade get loose inside. He's effective at converting deep in the post.
DJ kicks to Payton. Feeds it to Fournier. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There's the three. A second chance effort. And Lopez with the nice bucket inside.
Oh, well, Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to haul in the boards.
Pass to Isaac. Dishes it to DJ. And the shot is good.
Well, when the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg, they wanted him to revamp the offense. Hasn't exactly gone to plan as the Bulls have struggled on the offense under Hoiberg. However, the team has stayed competitive.
And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Pass to Isaac to the middle. And it's DJ missing.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Pondexter with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Mirotic gets the bucket.
Mirotic gets so high off the ground. It doesn't matter if you get a hand in his face. He still sinks these tough shots.
The Magic trail by 6. Payton kicks to DJ. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, I like the attitude of DJ. He's a quiet player who makes his presence felt on both ends of the court.
Portis, he's checked in for the Bulls. Zach LaVine comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Chris, we all know you were a big Pistons fan growing up, and of course that means that you had plenty of chances to root against the Chicago Bulls. When you go back and you think about when you were young, was there one Bulls player that you loved to hate, so to speak?
You know, a little secret, I always cheered for Detroit, but I never hated the Bulls. Isaiah and Jordan were my favorite players. That's a little bit of a cop-out along with Magic, Bird, Dominique. But no. I really loved Artis Gilmore as well coming before. But no, I really can't say I had a player on the Bulls that I didn't really like.
Payton passes to DJ. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, DJ is used to getting knocked around while shooting. Remarkable composure. Still finds a way to sink that shot.
The Magic have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Gordon. Terrence Ross comes in for Isaac. Simmons checked in for Evan Fournier. And Wells is subbed in for Payton. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. Denzel Valentine comes in for Grant. Free throw good, DJ. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. LaVine kicks to Mirotic. Misses in close.
Not the tightest of D on him, but not the best of finishes either.
The game now all time. And it's 8 points for DJ.
You can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
LaVine dishes to Mirotic. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And again, another shot drained there from DJ. DJ's got 10.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height, D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
The Bulls have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. LaVine passes to Mirotic. Markkanen kicks to Mirotic. Another 3 for Chicago. The Magic trail by 4. There's the pass to Vucevic. It's deflected. Stolen by Markkanen. Outside, LaVine. Got a piece of it. Ross with the steal. And here we go with the Magic fast break. DJ kicks to Ross. To the inside. And even 3-on-3 break. LaVine for 3.
And when Wells is focused, he makes an impact on defense. We would love to see him play this kind of D on every possession.
Right back after this break. And as we return, so a new group on the floor for Orlando. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Pondexter comes in for Mirotic. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Valentine. And it's Jaren Grant in for Zach LaVine. Taking a look at the Bulls, Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. Grant is out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Pondexter in at small forward. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Nets put on a show. He ended with 28 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. It was a breakout game for the rookie. He turned a lot of heads putting up numbers like that. Who knows how far he can go from here, Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
Here's Wade. And, oh, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Chris, for years it seems that we've been waiting on that one season where Wade falls off and isn't an all-star level player anymore. But every year he comes in and is as impactful as ever.
Oh, that's what's incredible about Wade. He's done it for so long. In my opinion, one of the greatest two-guard scorers ever to play. He's changed his method of scoring. We all have to as you get older, but he still gets buckets.
2 shots. Loose shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest two guards to ever play.
Portis, he's checked in for Markkanen. Grant dishes to Lopez. Pass to Wade. Lopez a screen. Elbow shot is on the way, and it's in there. Wade's got 6. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
Portis, the pass to Pondexter. Just 5 on the clock. Grant with the ball. And it's Gordon picking him up off the pick. No good from Grant.
He gets the shot he was looking for, and he just can't bury it.
Another shot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
There's a screen. He feeds it to Pondexter. Shoots over Fournier. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Great awareness of the clock to end the quarter.
I like that. Even though he's in a hurry, he still remains under control.
It's all tied in Orlando. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. DJ really making a difference here.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Magic, Peyton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. And Chris, you could always face up so well from the high post when you played. Which power forward do you think has the best face-up game out there right now?
Well, I think in order to have a really good face-up game, you have to have another threat, and that's to be able to drive and finish strong off of one leg. And you definitely look at a guy like Towns in Minnesota. He has that. He's so explosive. He can finish with either hand. I also think you have to look at Anthony Davis. This kid, he can stretch the floor, shoot out to the 3, but also his first step is so quick. The same with Cousins. The fact that he's 7 foot can post you up, but his first step being quick off of a pump fake, he can do it as well. And don't forget about Blake Griffin. When he gets to that 15-foot spot, you really have to honor his jump shot. So those guys come to mind as far as big fellas that can face you up and knock it down.
I know you took great pride in your decision-making in terms of when to shoot and when to drive.
Yeah, I think your shot selection is your defense as well. You shoot a bad shot, a team like Golden State could have 6 points on 2 possessions off of 2 bad turnovers. And also I think it shows a commitment to your team for wanting to win. You know, just because you have the green light, why take that when a teammate might have a better shot that's open? So I think it takes a little bit of humility, but definitely a basketball IQ that says, wait, this is the smarter play right now. Can you think it on the live and while it's going on? So it's definitely important to be able to make those decisions.
It is, yeah, it is.
Oh, terrific finish.
And it's the Magic with the ball. 9-point game. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
A long and tiring game, made worse, obviously, by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
Bulls shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. The putback. Valentine grabs the board.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Here's Grant, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Lobs it up for Levine.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And we'll be back with you shortly. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Keep our pace on offense, right? Keep pushing the ball.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Bulls leading by 13. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Grant is out there with Levine. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Quincy Pondexter. And it's Portis in at the 4. Levine kicks to Portis. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Grant gets a wide open look, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Stolen by Levine. He kicks it to Grant. Lopez right side. Over DJ. Lopez, no luck.
Defensively, they could have done better. That's an open look he'd like to have back.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Zach LaVine.
And it's great watching DJ go to work inside, playing with aggression and easily drawing contact on the way up.
And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for DJ. The Bulls leading by 11. Grant kicks to Portis. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lopez, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Lopez has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. Magic shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Isaac. Now the feed to Payton. The dish to DJ. That one's not going to go. Good D by Lopez. Outside, LaVine. Off target from outside. And it's the Magic with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Good on the 13-footer. And the Bulls lead by 15.
Well, it makes him a lot more effective when his mid-range shot is dropping.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And Chris, so many of us involved with the NBA, either as broadcasters or players, had a moment where they just knew that this was the game for us. Did you ever have that moment? And if so, Chris, when did you fall? So it's Chicago now. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Mirotic against Gordon. Markkanen, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And the game is a passion, as we know, Chris. But does it help to have outside interests? You're passionate about art. You make music. You're a writer. You're a thinker. Talk what all that is about and what that means to you.
Well, I think being a complete person helps whatever job that you're doing. You know, we all are more than our job. But basketball, you have to put everything into it. And so sometimes to rejuvenate yourself, you need to get fed other places and kind of feed your passions. And so I think a lot of times when players feed their passions, it's really just to have enough energy to complete their goal of getting through a grueling 82-game season with all the ups and downs, the expectations, the heartbreak, the celebrations. And so I think for myself and for many other successful players that I've seen, those that have tried to approach life with the same way that they approach basketball, that's just living with passion, try to learn as much as you can, enjoy every moment. Usually to me, they are the most successful because it takes pressure off of playing the game.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And on the season, this is going to be their 3rd win in 4 games against this team.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Nikola Mirotic.
Even when the entire defense was focused on stopping him, they couldn't slow him down. I mean, a terrific offensive player.
Off his foot, and the officials saying it was kicked. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Spates checked in for Gordon. Ross comes in for Isaac. Jonathan Simmons is checked in for Fournier. And Wells is subbed in for Elfrid Payton. The Bulls also changing it up. Felicios checked in for Lopez. Denzel Valentine comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Payne in for Jaron Grant. And so here's Orlando. They trail by 18. Wells dishes to DJ. And that one drops.
Oh, when DJ gets a few to drop, you know he's in the zone. Gotta like watching him find his rhythm.
And here are the Bulls now. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Mirotic sets the screen for Wade. Kicks it to Payne. Wade a screen on Ross. They set the pick. Here's Mirotic. Cranes the three-pointer.
Yeah, with this lead, that's probably going to do it. Fans heading for the exits.
Wow, this is just a huge road win. These guys banded together. Just an awesome performance.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.